Hi, welcome to our first YouTube video ever. It is currently March 5th, 2022. I'm making this right now because the video that I'm uploading today is a tour of our farm that we are starting on my mother and father-in-law's property. And this video was filmed in June of 2021, I think. The reason I'm doing this is to just explain that a lot of what you hear and see in this video is cringy for me, number one, because as I watch it, I'm like, why did I say y'all so many times? And number two, a lot of what I gave to you as our plans for the property has changed. So the next video is kind of going to be an updated view of the property. So over the winter, we've been preparing it for, we are going to have 3 piglets coming in next weekend. And in the week of Easter, we're going to have 16 egg-laying chickens come in. And then in May, we'll have 30 meat birds moving into the property. So we have just been preparing for that. I broke my wrist preparing for the pigs. I tripped over a pile of logs. But anyways, I wanted to just kind of give the disclaimer at the beginning of this video of what you're about to see and how it is not 100% accurate, but I thought it was important to show it, for one, so that you could see like how our plans have changed, and for two, so you could see how the property looked before we put in the work. So here we go. Video. My first attempt I tried with both my kids, and then I tried to wait till one of them went down for a nap, and then the second was trying to show out. So hopefully we can get this done before the sun goes down completely. A lot of you know, if you've been following my blog or my Instagram, that we have recently moved, and I'm going to kind of real briefly explain that, and then we're going to take you on a little bit of a tour. So it has always been our dream to have a small homestead, not like a self-sustaining, we don't really care about that, but we've always wanted to have property and build a house, have some animals, have a garden, and have an extra home on the property to use for our parents as they age if they want, or to use for ministry, whether it's just for someone in need or a missionary or someone in ministry that needs, a little vacation. It has always been our goal to use whatever we have on the homestead for ministry as well, whether it's, extra food giving away to the poor, or giving someone work if, we could afford it at the time. So that has always been our goal. Back in January, all of our family got COVID. And my father-in-law passed away at the end of January due to COVID. And that kind of made us revisit our dream, because we had talked about back in October taking the steps to start this dream. And we realized we might want to speed the process up. That way, if my mother-in-law wanted to stay with us, she had that option. We also were starting to outgrow our house a little bit with 2 toddlers. And we were in the city, and Simon is starting to want to play outside all the time, and we just weren't really in a great spot for him to do that. So we started looking at property and houses, and in this crazy housing market, we realized we could either have property, but we wouldn't be able to build a house, so we would be homeless, or we could buy a house that fit our needs, but we wouldn't get property. So we decided to move in with our mother-in-law, or my mother-in-law, Joel's mother, and just sell our house and see what the Lord would do, and just save up money and kind of trust that He had it under control. We looked at a few houses and we decided we're just not even going to look right now. Let's just save up and listen for what God says. I think it was maybe at the beginning of May. I had a friend that sent me a house online. It wasn't really in our budget, but it was 2 miles away from Joel's mom, which was really nice, but it was over budget. However, 2 days later, they dropped the price to be within our budget. So we went and looked at the house. It fit all of our needs. It even had a guest house on the property to use for whatever we needed it for. But we still didn't get that land. But the more we thought about it, we realized, well, Joel's mom lives 2 miles down the road and they have 3 acres. It wasn't the 10 or 15 or 20 acre farm that we had wanted, but God was still providing in a way that we didn't expect. So we decided we would do a halfway homestead, or like an off-location farm. So that's kind of what I'm going to show you today. I will say that no one lived on the property from January until March when we moved in back with my mother-in-law. She was living with us at the time. Traveling, there was a lot to do with there was just a lot going on. And before that, even for the past 2 or 3 summers, her and my father-in-law have been traveling. So at one time they had chickens and garden, and you know, back in the day I think they had goats and pigs. But none of that was being done for like the past 2 or 3, maybe 4 years. So this is kind of like reviving what he and my mother-in-law started. And so we're very excited to take you. Alright, so right now we are looking down the driveway. And along over here, there are about 4 or 5 blueberry bushes that are actually already producing. So we're really excited about that. Simon has been picking them and eating them. But they're not totally really all right, but he just can't wait. We're hoping that he learns a little bit of patience while we're working on gardening and farming. If we go over here to the left, there's a little flower garden that kind of got overgrown when nobody was here, so we're working on that. Well, Mary is, she's the gardener with flowers. Over here is what we call the island. It has some Leland cypress trees and a lot of flowers, and they're really, really pretty. And we will go and look at that in a little while. Here is the gravel driveway, and it actually continues. The gravel doesn't continue, but it turns into a path that goes all the way to the other end of the property and then wraps around this way, which is where we are going to go first. It wraps around this way and comes back over behind me. So it also goes the other way. So it's kind of like a little fork. And we're going to head out that way. It will take us to where all the animals are going to go. Along, we have never, my husband grew up here obviously with the animals and stuff, but I am, as much as I would not admit it to Joel, a city girl. So all of this is totally new to me. I just found out 5 years ago that pigs do not live in the mud all the time. And they're not all pink. So this is probably going to be comical for some of you to see me, but it's just a lot of learning, experiencing, just trying things out, and we're excited to bring everybody along. So let's go see what we're working with. But we're going to right now, this might be a little shaky, so I'm sorry. It was just the best way that I know. Joel was like, don't walk them, it's gonna be so dizzy, but this is just what I got. So back here is a little walking path, and if I see a snake, I'm going to scream and cry on camera. Probably for any living creature other than Michonne, who is with me. This is our dog, Michonne. Yes, she is named after The Walking Dead. Michonne! And she has always been an indoor dog. And then we moved out here and she's like living her best life. There's a neighbor dog. His name is Tig, we just found out. But we have always called him Brutus. He's a huge pit bull and he comes to get her every day. And they play all day. So, this little area here is, I don't even really know what to call it. I'm not sure if it was a flower garden before. A lot of this stuff kind of saw its peak before I got into the family, and I've been in the Newsome family. We started dating in 2009 and we got married in 2013. So that's how long I've kind of been here. And a lot of this stuff has been here before me, so I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna pick us up. If we come this way, there's a big open clearing here. Back, I don't know how long ago, Dave put in like a pit over here, and we have used it before to burn brush, you know, all kinds of things. I think that his original plan was to use it to work on cars, change oil, you know, work vehicles, or just regular vehicles, not work vehicles, I don't know what you call them. I am asking Joel, because I didn't realize until earlier today that there was not room for a garden for me over where I thought there was going to be. So I am requesting to put a garden here. So we'll see what Joel and Mary, my mother-in-law, say, but I mean, I feel like it has a good little bit of light. I've never ever gardened before, y'all, so it's probably going to be real fun to watch. So I don't know anything about growing anything, but I just feel like this would be an okay spot. It's a little bit of a slant, but I don't know. I don't know what it takes. So we are going to go down the back side. So this is, here's a little garden. This is the back corner of the property where we are standing currently. We are going to walk to the other back corner of the property now. Seriously, y'all, if I see a snake, I'm done for. There was a snake in this van a couple days ago. We opened it up and whew, okay. So down this little path, well, this little path runs the whole back side of the property. Simon calls it hiking the forest. He loves to go hiking. And this is the back side of the property over here. Over here is just I don't remember how wide it is or how long, just trees, just brush. And the plan is, I don't know if any of you keep up with Joel Salatin's style of farming, but it essentially is rotating your livestock, your animals, in order to great, there's something out here alive with me because my dog is going crazy and I can hear it over here. So this may be the first and last video I ever make. Let's see what it is. What is it? What is it? Are we going to die? Go. Bring back whatever it is. Come on. If you're going to be... Oh, there's barbed wire. I don't know, y'all. I'm thinking, first of all, I know I just walked through a spider web. But I'm thinking that it was a rabbit. Anyways, over here is the brush of the forest is what we call it, me and the kids. So anyways, Joel Salatin, he rotates his animals in order to have the healthiest soil that he can. I'm going to be terrible at explaining this, so if you already know about Joel Salatin, just ignore me and don't judge me. But for those of you who are like me that know nothing about homesteading, it's a way that you rotate your animals. The animals eat the brush, the foliage, and then they poop on it, which fertilizes the land, and you only leave them there for a short amount of time and you move them on to a new spot. And so their poop then kind of makes the ground happy again, everything grows, and it's like a continual healthy cycle for your soil and your land. That's the most dumbed down version that you probably ever heard of that, but that's what I know to be true. So what we are going to do is have 5 pig pens along this line. I know my hand is blurry, but my camera's not fancy. It doesn't autofocus. 5 pig pens that they will be rotated to in this section. And there will be 2 more in a different section, and I'll show you that in just a minute. So this is going to be all piggies. Listen, y'all, I keep hearing something crawl in the leaves beside me, and I'm about to lose my mind. Joel keeps saying, I wish I saw your face when these things happen. Just now I was trying to film this, and I was standing on one of the trailers that we have, like a little trailer bed for a lawnmower. And I'm not really smart, I guess. I'm book smart, but I'm not like common sense smart. And the tires are in the middle of the trailer, and I was sitting on one end, and I just stood up and walked down the other one, and it tipped over, and I screamed and fell off. So that was exciting. This is the other corner of the property. I'm gonna lift the tripod up. This is such a beautiful view. I feel like we need majestic music right now. Ah. Okay, so obviously, yes, there's a power line. Here's what we would just love. We would absolutely love if we could purchase that property. Oh my Lanta, mother of Liza. There was a bird and it just scared the pootie out of me. Okay. Everybody calm down. Let me adjust the camera. Welcome to my very unprofessional film. Okay. Anyways, that land is not for sale. What? I've been zoomed in this whole time? Y'all. Okay, that land is not for sale, but eventually we want to try to offer whoever owns it to buy it. And once we have a little bit more money, a little bit more income, or I don't know, we just like it. So, there's the trail we just walked down. This is the corner of where the pigs will be. And here the trail also goes down this part of the property. And so this is where we're going to continue going. It just makes like a square, the trail does. Obviously, Kayla. Probably not like legitimately a square, but if I walk through a spider web, y'all. Please, Lord, protect me. And I'm not being silly. I really just don't care for bugs. If my kids were with me, I am brave, but whoosh. Okay, I'm on a hill, so let me get situated. Here, the trail circles back around. If you can see, all the way down there is my husband's truck, which is where we started by the blueberry bushes. So it goes straight out. Over here is where we're going to have the pigs. Over here is going to be 2 more pig pens. There's going to be one for raising the piglets over here. Doot. And one over here for training them on the electric fence. Once they get trained, we herd them across here, and then they'll start their rotations that way. Now we're going to go back over here. This is probably making you so incredibly dizzy. Terribly sorry. I would say I've never had a YouTube channel before, but that's a lie. And I have ticks all over my legs. My students in my class can attest to that. For a minute I thought that I was a makeup artist. And I had a couple of makeup tutorials. And my students in high school found my channel in the middle of a lesson one time, and I was like, why are y'all not paying attention? And I look, and they're watching my videos and laughing. Oh my word, a bee, a bee, a bee. Okay, whew. Calm down, Kayla. Calm down, Kayla. It looks like some sort of maybe a chicken tractor or something over here. I'm about to get stung for sure. This is just overgrown things. Right here is a chicken coop. All this used to be totally cleared like a couple years ago. This is the chicken coop. Okay, that was just a twig. I can hear my daughter crying. She must have woke up. Let me get around here. Okay, here's a chicken coop. We're just gonna walk the whole line. Joel and his dad built this side, and then the other side was gifted from some friends that were getting rid of their chickens. It is really overgrown, so we will be clearing that out. And I'm not gonna fall over here. Obviously you can see it's falling in over here. So there's the walk of death that I just did. There's the other side of the chicken coop. That one's the one that's going to need a lot of work. I'm going to keep backing up. Over here is where all the garden beds were. And I want to say, I don't know, 2, 4, 6, 8, maybe 12 garden beds, or what was here. I'm just going to keep going backwards. Back up as much as possible. Alright, here's a good spot. Good even-ish spot. Okay, so I have my glasses on so I can't tell. So, this was all the garden area when I thought we were clearing it out to put another garden in. It's not. It's going to be chickens. We are going to have 30 chickens to start out with next spring. Our goal is to have 10 egg layers and 20 meat birds, and they're all going to go right here. The egg layers will be there, and the meat birds will be in tractors that are rotated. The house is behind me, but we're not going to show the house. This is a fruit. I think it was kiwi, and it just never really worked. So I think that we are going to try to do another fruit tree. Over here is where in this section over here of overgrown, or just, I don't know what. It used to be the pigs a long time ago, way before I was around. We'll walk over here. This is where the pigs were, and there are remnants of the pig pen still over there. The only issue was, if you don't know anything about pigs, which I didn't, pigs root a lot apparently and are hard to contain, and they rooted down into the water pipes and caused some damage, and so we do not want to put them back over there. So I don't know if eventually we will clear that out and put something else in that area, but it won't be pigs. Then we're going to go around to the front. And then this is the front yard, and it circles back around over here to the driveway. So anyways, that is a very brief, very unprofessional, terribly sorry tour of the property that we're working with. So I kind of told you a little bit about our plans, what we hope to do with the property. And we kind of just want to use this channel to document everything that our family learns and experiences, and just kind of something for our kids to look back onto and see, you know, what we did to give them the life that they hopefully will have one day. If you are hoping to have a homestead and you want to learn through us first, we are hoping that you will stick along for the ride. If you already have a small homestead or hobby farm and you have wisdom to share with us, please do. If you just think that our family is interesting, or you know us personally, we would love for you to like, subscribe, comment, all the things that all the channels always say. Do that. You can also follow. There's Nat personally attacking me right now. We also have, or I have, a blog channel. This is a vlog channel. I also have a blog that you can read. It is lifebeautifullyimperfect.com, and I'll link that below. And then we have our Instagram that we will run the blog and this channel through. It is also Life Beautifully Imperfect. So please follow us, join us, laugh with us, cry with us, scream with us, whatever you would like to do. We are so excited to have you come along. It is raining. I'm outie. Goodbye. See ya.